What's up, everyone? My name is Tycho here with the EUI Web, and today we're talking to the phenomenal Aziza. Okay, you're killing it in Home Before Dark. I mean,
Thank you.
I just love the storytelling, and I love
hmm
how we're pulling in realism, right? Because there's so much
Yeah,
that are happening in the world that the show is touching on. But before we get into
yeah.
that, how has your character developed from season one to season two?
hmm So in season one, she is Hildy's sidekick, her person of contact, her source.
Right.
And I think that in season one, she's bold, she's very curious,
Mm-hmm.
and she cares about solving crimes and getting down to the truth. But when we move her, or when she evolves to season two, she's transitioning into power, and I think that's where we start to really see how unfair the world is to a woman of color in power. And we get to go on a journey with Trip and how she's kind of navigating through the hardship of getting the respect from her deputies,
Right.
respect from people in the town, how her relationship with Hildy is kind of torn. It's dismantled in a sense.
Now, you mentioned when women in power, sometimes it's a little triggering for folks. How do
Yeah.
you make sure that you continue to hold your head up high with the power that you have?
It definitely is a lot, and I think that you have to have tools in place for
Okay.
your mental health, for your own sanity. For me, I like to pray and meditate whenever I'm faced with situations or different types of scenarios that's going on in Hollywood. I pray about it first, and I meditate on it. And I think that the strength is innate. Like, as a Black woman, we've been through so much as is,
Hmm.
and there's just something that's within that helps you continue on or persist. There's that resilience that's there. So definitely tools in place, and just knowing that you've got it within. It's there. You can conquer the world.
There's a
Uh-huh.
scene with you and Agent Rutherford where you
Mm.
discuss, right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that one caught my attention. Now, you both
Uh-huh.
discuss firing the racist deputies who harassed your character's father. And while it seems like he was praising her, it turned to a backhand appraisal as he mentions the small town may not be ready for you. And for those who
Mhm.
listen to this, read between the lines. Now, how did you prepare for this scene?
What's interesting is the day that we shot that scene was the day where the verdict that came out, where we learned that
Oh,
there
wow.
wasn't going to be any justice for Breonna Taylor. That
Right.
was like the news had just broke, and there was, I don't know if you remember that day, but there was a sadness, like the system
Oh, there
failed
was an
you, you
overwhelming
know,
sadness. Yeah.
so like sadness. And like I was in my trailer and I was upset, and I was just minutes away from going to set to shoot that scene. And my the creator of our show, Dana Fox, she gave me a call, and she was like, I can't even imagine what you must be going through right now. I know you have this big scene coming up, but I know that your people, you guys are hurting right now. She's like, we all are hurting, that there weren't any justice for Breonna Taylor, but she was like, I'm here in your corner if you need anything, and you got this. And she was
Right.
kind of like, my cheerleader. So
Cheering you on.
yeah, and I appreciated that so much.
That seem, and we kind of touched on a little bit, that seems parallel to today's age where people aren't ready for certain Black people, certain Black stories, queer folks,
hmm
or anything that may change what is tradition. Now, how
hmm
do you combat that? How can we combat that as an entire entertainment community and pushing forth to making sure that our stories and our faces are seen, heard, and represented?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not only in front of the camera, but like writers, like
Mhm.
seeing more Black writers in these rooms, because for so long there were white men telling Black stories.
Stories.
It's interesting when you see, like, it's like they're writing these things and then we're speaking it as if it represents us.
Yeah.
But to have more people of color in these rooms writing for us says so much. So I think it's just making sure we're in all departments when it
Right.
comes to the Hollywood and the entertainment world.
What more can we expect from your character this season? And what's the biggest lesson you think Trip will learn?
Okay, so what we can expect from the rest of the season is a breaking point because
Oh.
Trip has been trying to hold it. I don't want to give away too much,
Oh,
but
okay.
she's trying to hold it together for not just her job title, like people in her department, but her father, right? 'Cause she's
Yeah.
dealing with the potential loss of their land, and so we'll definitely see um, how heavy or how the pressure cooker it gets a little hot, and
Okay.
we'll see how Trip is going to navigate through that. And I guess what I've learned, the biggest lesson that I've learned is with Trip is her resilience, like you her just how persistent she is, no matter what it may look like. You have to continue to do what is best for you, or do best for I guess whatever it is that you feel within your spirit. You just have to believe and trust yourself. So trusting yourself.